My name is Joel Aubry, and I'm the lead pastor of New Creation Church located in Granville, New York, right on the New York-Vermont border, which means we're able to be a part of the Vermont Church Planting Network. And the Vermont Church Planting Network is a network of church planters that are seeking to plant gospel-preaching, Jesus-centered churches in Vermont, which is one of the least churched states in the country, right up there with New Hampshire. So that's a network that I'm a part of, and we planted New Creation Church about a year ago, almost exactly a year ago, February 5th, 2017, and we have been meeting in a home of one of our members, which has been a blessing because it's free, but it's also been difficult because their driveway situation is tricky in the winter with snow, and people have been a little intimidated about coming to a home. So we actually are renovating a building. I'm standing right in our future worship location, right on Main Street. We purchased it last year for $55,000. Which is amazing for a 13,000 square foot building. This place is huge with lots of potential. Excuse me. And so anyhow, we have been renovating, and we just painted it over the past few days. So on the first floor anyhow. So we are looking forward to getting in here. We've got to install heating and lighting and carpet and a few other things before we can get in. But man, we're really praying the Lord would have it so that we could be in here for Easter. A little bit about myself. I grew up in Hartford, New York, which is about 10 minutes west of here. And my dad actually teaches biology and chemistry in the public school in Granville. So we came through Granville all the time as a kid. I grew up in a Christian home, the oldest of 10. My home church is actually our sending church. So 30 minutes from here, Adamsville Community Baptist Church provided a few of our core members to launch New Creation Church. The idea for New Creation Church actually first started at Adamsville with the pastor and several others. And they called me up where I was out in seminary in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I studied at Bethlehem College and Seminary there for almost 5 years. Got my MDiv there. I actually did my undergrad at Moody Bible Institute in Chicago, Illinois. So 2 city experiences. And I was looking to church plant in Vermont, and they called me up and said, "Hey, would you lead this thing?" So I prayed for a while, and I said, "Well, Granville's not Vermont, but it's right on the border." And I had just couldn't get it out of my mind. And my wife as well, Holly, she prayed, and we decided, let's go there and check it out. So we came in October of 2015, and we walked the streets and really fell in love with the place and felt God just tugging our hearts to plant a church here. So we moved out in 2016, right at the beginning of the year, and spent 2016 in preparation and launched at the beginning of 2017. I'm a NAM church planter, the North American Mission Board. So Vermont Church Planting works closely with NAM, and so I was trained by NAM and partially supported by NAM until 2019. So we are grateful for the support of the North American Mission Board and the training that we've received through them. As you can tell, I'm standing in a brighter room. The lights are on in here, and this is our future worship location. Many of you who came on a missions trip out here last summer would perhaps recognize this room. Some folks, I believe Brooks Taylor spent a lot of quality time ripping the stuff off that I-beam. Now it's painted nice and black. But yeah, I'm standing here. Our future platform for preaching and worship will be right over there. And this room will hold probably about 125, 150 people. So yeah, we are eagerly hoping to get in here. We are super grateful for your interest in New Creation Church and the ministry here in Granville. And 3 ways that you can get involved would be to pray for us. We have a newsletter. If any of you are interested, you could talk to Anthony Britt. He could get you in touch with us, and you could get on our newsletter. Brooks Taylor could also put you in touch with us. And I also have a Saturday evening prayer team, which is, right now, there's about 100 people who have committed to pray for us each week. And I send out an email almost every Friday night and ask people to pray for 5 specific things. So prayer is huge. Nothing happens apart from prayer. And so we are always asking people to pray for us, to support us in prayer. And if you are interested in that, we'd be very grateful. We have needs that go beyond just the first floor of this building. This summer, we hope to put 3 apartments upstairs to help out people in crisis situations. There's many of them in this area, and so we have the plumbing up there for the apartments, but that's something that will be an ongoing project this summer and into the years ahead. So that's something we could use continual help, continual financial support. And so if you're interested in coming, helping, if you have carpentry skills especially, we would love help. And if you're interested in giving financially to support the work and the ministry here and the furnishing of this building, we'd be super grateful. There's an unending amount of things, it seems like to us at least, that still remain to be done. And so any help that we receive, we would be very grateful for. Thanks again for your prayers and for your interest in our ministry. And thanks for partnering with us as we seek to push back lostness in Granville, New York, and in the Vermont region around us.